The Northwest Territories Power Corporation wants approval for a 15% rate increase. There was a hearing on the proposed rate hike before the Public Utilities Board this week in Yellowknife. Residents of the N.W.T already pay the highest electricity rates in Canada, and communities across the territory are worried about prices going even higher. The CBC's Nadir Hashmi has our top story tonight.
The NTPC says the 15% power hike is needed to cover rising fuel prices, inflation and major capital costs. This includes the Tolson Hydro facility. NTPC's Chief Financial Officer Paul Grant said in his opening statement that approval of the requested revenue requirement will allow NTPC to continue to provide safe and reliable service to the Northwest Territories. Dennis Bevington is a former MP and a representative for the town of Fort Smith. He says recent NTPC projects have ended up costing significantly more than they were budgeted to, and these overruns shouldn't be passed on to customers. One example Bevington mentioned was the Tolson project. Originally estimated at around $70 million, the project is now expected to cost a total of $115 million.
The analysis of what it was going to cost to do the project was completely out of line.
A representative of the hydro communities of Yellowknife and Hay River holds the same opinion as Bevington.
Deficiencies include a lack of rigorous alternative analysis, a lack of detailed cost estimates.
NTPC meanwhile says wildfires were a major factor that led to this increase. Another Fort Smith official says the 15% hike could unfairly shift costs onto hydro communities. He said a blanket hike ignores earlier decisions that tied rates to actual costs in each zone.
That means we're going to be transferring costs from the thermal zone to the hydro zones. This is another perverse use of the system where the hydro communities are being asked to subsidize the diesel communities.
Hydropower towns like Fort Smith have traditionally paid less due to lower generation costs. NTPC says they explored rate mitigation options, pointing to a December announcement by the territorial government. The N.W.T said they would spend $12 million for the next 4 years to offset the rate increase. NTPC said in the hearing that this allows them to propose not a 24.8% increase, but a rate increase of 15% across all classes of customers, minimizing shock. The Public Utilities Board says final arguments are due in May and a decision is expected before the end of June. Nadir Hashmi, CBC News, Yellowknife.